let's go, 10 to 15. That would have been the period of getting ready for common entrance. Today they call it SCA. But it was exactly the same kind of thing in the early years. You had lessons during the holiday period, and you kind of enjoyed the lessons because you felt important that you and the rest of the gang were doing something that everybody else wasn't doing, and then you get to do some treats, and if you're the favorite in the class, you get away with a lot of stuff. So that worked. By the time it was into secondary school, there were activities to be involved in, and we had an audiovisual club at the secondary school that I belonged to. So we spent a lot of time making television programs, something like what you're doing right now. But we didn't have the holiday period to do it. We had all term, any day, any hour, any time. So the very first opportunity I had in secondary school was to act in a television production that taught Spanish to secondary school students in a television program. So there were teachers and actors and youngsters and so forth, and we all got together and did this sort of like Sesame Street in terms of those acting out scenarios. And that production went to the Prime Minister for him to give permission to get money from the government to fund the making of television programs for education in schools. All right, so they got the funding, and they started making this entire series, and the entire series turned out to be a hit, and the hit turned out to help the persons who were from the schools in our area that had made the television shows. They went off into a private company, and today they've moved from being a private television production company into being a national television station. So that was part of the fun. There were also many opportunities to tour because of what I do and the talents that I have. I had the opportunity during my holiday vacation. It wasn't called summer as it's called now, because where I come from, there's only the wet and the dry season. There is no summer, but that's all right. During the holiday vacations, a long 2-month period, I got the opportunity to go to various parts of the world to sing. And so I had a chance to sing at the United Nations. I had the chance to sing at a church called St. Patrick's Cathedral, where you don't use any microphones, because once you stand on the altar and you sing out, you hear your voice coming back at you. I got the opportunity to perform in Canada on the steps of the City Hall in one of their major cities. I was invited by a Governor General from the Caribbean to perform at a holiday reception. And those were just some of the goodies, and met important people and got the chance to sing alongside some celebrities in their own right. So there was fun during that period. And then after that, it was time to settle down for exams and then get into what is supposed to be this world of adulthood, which leads you into a totally different career and a totally different activity to what we're discussing. What's it like to be young?